In this video, I'm going to take a look at fixing the dishwasher. Dishwashers aren't super expensive, but if you can fix it, saves a lot of garbage in the landfill, and I think I know what's going on with this one. So the only thing really that a dishwasher does is circulates water and heats water. So if the dishes aren't getting cleaned, the water is either not circulating or it's not getting hot. In this case, it's pretty clear that the water is getting circulated. If you open the dishwasher mid-cycle, water is dripping off the top rack. I went ahead and released the front cover. There's a bunch of Torx bolts, so that's the only thing is you do require a special tool here. I had to get into this once before. This is a controller board, and it wasn't designed very well. The traces on the PCB weren't thick enough to carry the current for the heater element. So I'm kind of figuring that's probably what's going on here again. Before poking around in the electricals on an appliance, it's always a good idea to go ahead and unplug it. It's only 110 volts. I don't know that that's a lethal voltage, but certainly uncomfortable. The last time I got into it, these were the traces that were burned out. You can still see the melted plastic and the blackness from the old traces. I went ahead and added a couple of wires that I soldered directly to the relay, but I suspect that either the relay is not working or the wires failed, maybe became unsoldered. Well, this wire came off when I was trying to release the board out of here, so I'm not sure if that's what the problem was or if there's another issue here. Well, I suppose I could have taken a lot of time to try to troubleshoot this, or I could just add that wire and see if that made a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and load this up and see how it goes. Another problem with this dishwasher is that this whole handle fell apart. I epoxied the living heck out of it to try to get it back together. It's once again, you would think that manufacturing something like this, they would know that that this handle had to be strong enough to actually pull the door open, and they didn't. So I'm going to try gluing this back on as well. I guess that Maytag just isn't the quality brand that it used to be. Well, that test failed. There's just not enough of that pin hanging out for me to get good solder joint with this wire here. So there's enough current, I guess, that it's just melting the solder. There's just not enough. The other three joints that I fixed here, and I managed to get 2 wires on this one and 2 wires on this one, just one wire on that one. But they all managed to hang in there just fine. But I've got a little bit more of a solder pad. The trace is on the back side of the board, so I was kind of able to do it quite a bit better. But it's this one here that seems to keep on giving me trouble here. So I'm gonna have to try something else. There's another problem here too, and maybe possibly part of the reason that this board failed. These 2 relays here are what drive the heater, and they're rated for 7 amps. But the heater measures 14 ohms, so that's pretty darn close to 10 amps, isn't it? So, we really should have a little bit more than what we need, right? So 120 volts, 14 ohms, so that's like 8.5 amps there, just kind of like estimating off the top of my head. 7 amp relay. You'd think that for 8.5 amps, if you want a reliable device here, you'd like to see, maybe something closer to a 12 amp relay in there. So anyway, like I said, it looks like Maytag isn't the product that it once was. This thing's kind of a piece of garbage. So my childhood dentist gave me a bunch of these burrs that they use to carve out teeth. And they're a bit dull for that, but I think that what I'm going to try to do is see if I can open up around that relay pin so I can get some wires soldered to it. Alright, so I've given myself a little room here. I got into the bottom of the relay just a little bit, but I don't think I did anything to nick the housing, so it should be fine. Let's see if I can get that wire soldered to there properly now. I have that wire soldered now, so I'm up against a whole pin with the whole tag end of the wire. So I'm going to run this dishwasher and see if it holds it up this time. So we've got a cycle on the dishwasher, and that wire is still hanging on for once. So let's run this thing with some dirty dishes in it and see how we do. So after fixing the heater, still got reports that this dishwasher wasn't cleaning the dishes too well. So I went ahead and took apart the tub here and all the sprayers and everything, and didn't really want to show it on video. There was a buildup of soap scum or who knows what that was absolutely disgusting. So we scrubbed it all up here. It's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better. And then all these parts also got, we hit them with a pressure washer actually, and scrubbed them up and got everything cleaned. So let's see if that does the trick. So with the heater working now and all the internals of this thing cleaned up, we ran a load of dishes and we've got clean dishes. So that part of it seems to have worked out nicely. Now to deal with this handle. I tried gluing it again and it just came loose. So we'll have to figure out something a little bit better there. So I think to make this work properly, what I need to do is have like a little bit of a strap that goes across here, a metal strap, and maybe proper fit it to this metal plate here behind here. So to do that, I have this piece of steel here. This was a part that came off of a microwave oven. A little piece of steel. Most people just throw it in the garbage, but kind of stuck it in the corner of the garage, and I think this is going to work out nice. I just need to cut a little band off of here, and then I can kind of fashion that around here, pop rivet it to this backing plate, and maybe make that door handle strong enough. So I went ahead, used my angle grinder, and cut this piece of steel off. So put some bends on there and stick right there. Seems to fit about perfectly in this feature right here in the plastic. So seems to work out pretty well there. So I just bent this up with a pair of pliers, and I'll go ahead and stick pop rivet in there and see how this works. Well, I got that little piece of steel riveted in here. So let's see if that beefs up this handle enough so that it doesn't keep on falling apart. So it seems to have done the trick. The handle's pretty solid now. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the front cover off this thing for a little while, just to make sure that everything works for just a little while so I don't have to tear it all apart again. But in a couple days I'll put the cover back on it, and we can call this project done. Thanks for watching my video and fixing this piece of junk Maytag dishwasher. Any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great day.